Hey fam, Pastor Don. Welcome to Get Up Right Morning Drive Devotional. I need you to do me a favor today. Tag somebody. Tag your pastor. Tag your pastor, or tag a pastor, tag a church leader, tag someone who's in the group or body of people who help keep your pastor encouraged, or advise your pastor, on his team or her team to keep the ministry flowing. This is a very short PSA to you. Listen, you've married those folk in the sense of you're their pastor, you're their leader, you're married, you're in a relationship. So let's look at it from that angle. It says, let nothing come from the outside, inside, around that will cause y'all to be separated. That's even with the finances, that's with the people in person, that's with their cooperation or their lack of cooperation. That's whatever you deem that will cause you all not to flourish, not to prosper. So don't let that foolishness get in. It's going to try, but don't let it get in. Don't let nothing separate y'all. Now here's the next thing I need to say to you. I need to encourage you. I want to encourage you. I feel like encouraging you. It's in my heart to encourage you. And with these words, be faithful to those folks who you see. Be faithful to those folks who are still with you. Be faithful to those people who are on your virtual, that are in your virtual church. Be faithful to those people who are believing the vision that God has given you for that ministry. Be faithful to those people. Do not give them half-done food. Don't prepare it to, the best that you can. Preach with power. Preach with conviction. Show up and avail yourself to God, where God will come and do what only He can do. I know, baby, you can't tell. No, listen, I can write, I believe I could write a book about how despondent, how discouraged, how frustrated, and even fragile I had become during the whole pandemic and the virtual and all these recordings and sitting in the house, at the church, and on the porch, in the garage, whatever I felt the place that I wanted to record that particular day. Man, I had to turn my whole office almost into a studio, lights and all this. Listen, baby, listen. We've all had to be affected by that. And you did all that to get fragile and, just forget the fact that God brought you through all that. Now you want to, no, man, stay faithful to them people. Stay faithful to those people. We came up with stuff, my producers and our team came up with stuff that I never even thought of. Pull up, first of all, curbside communion. We gave folk that communion, handed it out. They drove up on we stood out on the curb. You hear me? On the curb and handed out communion to the folk, received their tithes and offering, got them back home, and then we went virtual and gave them their communion virtually at 12 o'clock. Okay. Then we went to pull up and praise parking lot service. What was that? We now in the parking lot. In the parking lot. Had to buy equipment that the folk can hear. Listen, what am I saying? None of that could have been without those people. So they bought into, they're supporting your vision for that ministry. And then, man, don't stay faithful to them folks. Stay faithful. You in it now. Stay faithful. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. Listen, I don't care what nobody say. Hear ye me. Every church in America, probably in the world for that matter, has not bounced back to where it was pre-COVID. So don't let these preachers tell you all these lies. Ah, yeah, doc, you know, all of our man, Reverend, man, listen. I'm too old. I ain't never been no straight up fighter. But I knew, you know, I can do enough to keep folk off me. Listen, if they be honest with you, they'll tell you it's been a hell of a fight to try to bring things back. But do you know where the joy is? That you have some people fighting with you who are not ashamed to fight with you, and in some cases aren't ashamed to be seen with you. Don't you give up on those people. Don't walk away from that. Respect the fact that God gave you whomever He gave you as parishioners. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't listen. This gonna be probably a little too real. Don't be fascinated by those lies with those numbers. Yeah, doc, I got 800 in the church. I got 300. You know, a pastor here locally. The word on the street was he had 15,000 members. I knew that was a lie. Because you common sense tell you. Let me just talk common sense. Common sense tell you, if your building only holds 1,000 people, you have 4 services a week. I don't care. That's only 4,000 people you're seeing. So there's 11,000 people gone without having been ministered to and without being able to attend church. Quit telling folk these crazy lies. You may have 15,000 people on roll because everybody runs with the newest thing in town. Another subject for another time. Quit going by them numbers. Them numbers ain't about nothing. Take care of those people who are right there helping you push this thing to this very next level and to its next purpose and its next destiny. All right? Be encouraged, Pastor. Be encouraged, church leaders. Be encouraged. God is for you and not against you, okay? All right, y'all. Gotta go. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. Have a great day.